The Bharatiya Janata Party has released its second list of candidates for the Kerala Assembly elections, announcing 39 names. With this, the party has declared a total of 86 candidates so far. Meanwhile, an important meeting of the Central Election Committee was held in Delhi to discuss candidates for Assam and Puducherry elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also attended the meeting. Earlier, BJP released its first list for Assam elections. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma will contest again from Jalukbari. The party also gave a ticket to Bordolai, who recently joined from the Indian National Congress. Elections are expected to be highly competitive. The Indian National Congress held a key strategy meeting for the Puducherry elections. Senior leader Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge were present in the meeting. During this time, Congress MP Shashi Tharoor made an important statement. He said that he is not in the race for the Chief Minister's post and will not contest the election. He added that the Chief Minister should be chosen only from among elected MLAs. The party is now focusing on unity planning and building a strong campaign to perform well in Puducherry. In West Bengal, a new political development has created fresh excitement. Former TMC leader Humayun Kabir announced that his party Aam Janata Unnayan Party will contest 182 seats in the upcoming assembly elections. Kabir was earlier removed from the Trinamool Congress last year. After that, he formed his own party. This big decision may affect the political balance in the state. Experts believe that when a new party contests many seats, it can divide votes and create new competition among major parties in the election. President Draupadi Murmu has reached Ayodhya for a religious visit during the festival of Navratri. She will offer prayers at the Ram Temple Ayodhya and take part in special religious ceremonies. At the airport, she was welcomed by Anandiben Patel and Yogi Adityanath. After Ayodhya, the president is expected to visit Mathura, including ISKCON Temple and Prem Mandir. Her visit is part of spiritual activities during the festival and highlights the importance of religious traditions. A major fire incident in an Odisha hospital has led to strict action by the government. 4 officials have been suspended after the tragic fire that killed 12 patients. The incident raised serious concern about safety measures in hospitals. According to reports, the fire started suddenly and spread quickly, making rescue difficult. Many patients were unable to escape in time. The opposition parties criticized the government, calling the suspension a show of action instead of real accountability. Authorities have ordered an investigation to find the exact cause of the fire and fix responsibility. US President Donald Trump has given a strong warning to Iran amid rising tension in the Middle East. He said that if Iran attacks Qatar again, the United States will take serious military action. This warning came after a missile attack on Qatar's Ras Laffan gas plant. The conflict started after Israel reportedly targeted an Iranian gas facility. Now tension between the US, Israel and Iran are increasing, raising fears of a bigger conflict in the region. Tension has risen in Washington, D.C. after suspicious drones were seen flying over a key military base. Reports say the drones appeared above Fort Leslie McNair, one of the most important bases in the U.S. Capitol. According to sources, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth are currently staying inside the base. After the incident, an emergency security meeting was called. Officials are now considering shifting both leaders to a safer location. Security agencies are investigating the drones and checking for any possible threat. US Intelligence Chief Tulsi Gabbard has warned about rising missile threat across the world. She said countries like Pakistan, Russia, China, North Korea and Iran are developing powerful long-range missiles. According to her, by the year 2035, the number of dangerous missiles worldwide could go beyond 16,000. She also warned that Pakistan may develop missiles capable of reaching the United States. This situation shows growing global security concern and highlights the need for a strong defense system and international cooperation. The Indian stock market saw a sharp fall today with the BSE Sensex dropping 1800 points to around 74,900. The Nifty 50 also fell by 550 points during the trading session. The biggest decline was seen in banking and auto sectors stock, where heavy selling was reported. Investors became cautious due to global market weakness and rising economic concerns. Many traders prefer to book profits, which added pressure on the market. Experts say volatility may continue in the coming days and investors should stay careful and avoid risky decisions. Lionel Messi has reached a historic milestone by scoring his 900th career goal. He achieved this feat in 1,142 matches, becoming one of the few players in football history to reach this number. Messi now joins his long-term rival Cristiano Ronaldo in the elite 900 goal club, showing his incredible consistency and talent over the years. Despite this personal achievement, Messi's teams Inter Miami CF faced disappointment as they were knocked out of the CONCACAF Cup. Fans celebrated Messi's record, but the team's early exit was a setback. Experts say Messi's legacy continued to grow even as team results remain challenging. Weather has suddenly changed across many parts of India. States like Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh may see rain and hailstorms. In Haryana, heavy rain has caused waterlogging and many roads are flooded. Meanwhile, snowfall has been reported at Gangotri Dham in Uttarakhand. Cities like Jaipur are under thick cloud cover since late night. The weather department says this pattern may continue till March 20th. Cool winds have also brought down temperature by 2 to 9 degrees, making the weather cooler than usual. Authorities have advised people to stay alert and take precautions during sudden weather changes. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.